Good afternoon, everybody. It's Miss Morgan from the Williston Community Library, bringing you today's week 5 of the summer reading program. So today we are going to make a jumping dolphin activity. So you're going to need some paint or some markers if you'd rather use markers or crayons. You're going to need your 2 paper plates, and then in your bag you will see, in this small bag, you will see a little silver, they're called fasteners. So they look they have, they're circular and they have 2 prongs that you will be able to move down. And then you're also going to need a pen or pencil or something else to draw with. Alright, so this is the activity that we're going to make. So we're going to draw a dolphin. Well, first we're going to paint our plates, and then we're going to draw a dolphin, and then our dolphin will be able to jump into our waves. So the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and we are going to paint or color one of our 2 paper plates, and you also will need scissors. I forgot to mention that earlier, and you might want something to cover wherever it is that you're doing this activity. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paint, and I think I'm going to mix, so I don't have blue for like water, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make mine kind of pink. I'm going to make kind of pink water. So I'm going to take a little bit of white and a little bit of my red, and I'm going to make some pink water for my dolphin. Alright, so now that I've got my paint on there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in so you can see my plate a little better. And I'm just going to paint that whole plate. And if you have blue paint or blue markers, that works even better because it'll look like water. So I'm painting my whole plate, and then once we're done painting this plate, we'll paint part of our other plate, and that'll be what this little part here is, like our waves. Alright, so I think I might have put a little too much paint, but that's okay because we can use it for our other plate as well. Alright, so I'm almost done painting my plate. And I can choose to paint my dolphin white, or I can paint my dolphin green. I'm not sure which one I'm gonna do yet. Alright, so I've painted that plate. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to paint half of this other plate because that's going to be where my water is for my waves. So I still have a lot of paint on this one. So I'm just taking it. And like I said, you might want, especially if you're painting, you're going to want something on your table to protect it, just in case, because I know it can get a little bit messy. Alright, and now that I'm almost done with this, and hopefully you're almost done with yours as well, we're going to go ahead and once I finish, we're going to read our story. That way our paint has a little bit of time to dry. Alright, so now that I've got my paper plates finished, what I'm going to do is we are going to read our story. I'm just scraping a little bit of the excess paint off there. Alright. So now we're going to read our story, which is called Diving Dolphin. And this is written by Karen Wallace. A young dolphin dives through the water. His shiny skin is as smooth as satin. Far below, he sees his mother. His baby sister swims beside her mother. The young dolphin twirls beside his mother. Their flippers touch. They rub each other's beaks. Where has the baby dolphin gone? So this is their beak, and this is their flipper. Mother dolphin calls her baby. She makes a special whistling sound. The baby hears her mother calling. The baby turns and stays beside her. The young dolphin swims away with older dolphins. He leaves his mother and his baby sister. He twirls and leaps with the older dolphins. They splash the water with their tails. Hundreds of fish flash through the water. The fish turn together. The dolphins follow. The frightened fish swim around in circles. Dolphins snatch the silver fish. Their teeth are sharp. They gulp the fish down whole. The growing dolphin is always hungry. He eats and eats to fill his belly. The dolphins turn and dive together. They spin and tremble. They spin and tumble. They squeal and whistle. When one swims off, the others follow. The young dolphin roams the ocean. He hunts for fish through beds of seaweed. He rides the waves to travel faster. The waves push him over the sparkling water. The dolphin leaps as the sun is setting. The sea is smooth and fish are hiding. The dolphin sees the fish in the water. They glow like stars far beneath them. And look at all of those fish. The dolphin chases the fish. He swims down and down to the sandy seabed. He does not know that killer whales watch him from above. The killer whales are hungry. The killer whales shoot through the water. Their jaws are strong. Their teeth are like knives. The young dolphin gives a warning whistle. The other dolphins race away. The killer whales swim through the water. The dolphins hear them coming closer. The young dolphin hides. He makes no sound. This time, the killer whales don't find him. The dolphin leaps. He breathes in air through a blowhole on the top of his head. The dolphin dives again. A turtle watches him. An octopus waggles past through the water. And look, this is kind of like how our activity is going to be. We're going to do a jumping dolphin as if it's jumping back into the water, back into the waves. Now the young dolphin swims back to his mother. His baby sister has grown bigger. Their flippers touch. They rub each other's beaks. Soon the dolphin will hunt for fish again. And here is a flipper and waves and the beak and a killer whale and the tail and the jaw and the teeth and the blowhole. All right, so now that our plates have had a little bit of time to dry, what we're going to do is we are going to take our one plate and we're going to draw the best dolphin that we can. So it might be a little bit hard, and that is okay. So I'm going to zoom back out actually, and so you can see my plates a little easier. And I'm going to draw my dolphin. So if you want, I'll put this up so you can see what the dolphin looks like. And I'm going to start by drawing my dolphin's beak. And head. So there's my dolphin's beak and head. I don't know if you can really see it. And then, I'm not very good at drawing dolphins, especially when I'm trying to draw them upside down. Alright, so I've drawn my dolphin, and it's going to be easier for you guys to see once I start painting it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start painting it. And my dolphin is going to be green. So that it's easy for you to see. Alright, so here's my dolphin's beak. And my dolphin's head and body. So here is my dolphin so far. Now I just need to draw my dolphin's tail. Alright, so here is my dolphin. So now what I'm going to do is you're going to want to let it sit and dry for a couple of minutes. So while it's sitting and drying, I'm going to take my paper plate that I have painted half of, and I'm going to take my scissors and cut that plate in half. All right, so now that I've cut my paper plate in half, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my pen, and I'm going to take it like this, and I'm actually going to, and your grown-ups are going to need to help with this because it's kind of hard. And you're just going to poke a hole in it, just like that, so that we can put, oops, sorry guys, I'm holding it. You're going to poke just a little hole in it, and then you're also going to poke a hole in the middle of this plate. And like I said, it's a little bit hard, but now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and grab my fastener. And I'm going to put my fastener on. So you just put it through the hole and then push down the flaps. And there is your jumping dolphin activity. So here's my dolphin jumping through the wave. Oops, you can't see it. Sorry, guys. There we go. Sorry. All right, so here is my dolphin jumping through my waves. All right, everybody, so that is going to conclude today's summer reading activity. Make sure to turn in your challenge cards by Sunday. That way you can be entered in for this next week's drawings. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next time.